And that's when I just started saying, okay, let's figure out what's going on. I'm going to start at the very beginning. I'm going to look at the papers that discovered the virus and, you know, take it wherever it leads me. And I never expected to find that those papers didn't actually show any virus.
And the studies, and the most important studies, claiming that they have proven SARS-CoV-2, they haven't purified the particles. And without purification and finally isolation, you cannot say that you have found a virus.
There is no virus there. The CDC admitted last December they don't have any SARS-CoV-2 to compare with the PCR test to see if that's what it's actually detecting.
When somebody says, a virologist says, we have isolated a virus, I thought, as does everybody, that they took, 100 people or 500 people who are sick in the same way, right? They have a runny nose or a cough or pneumonia, and then you do steps, like you take their secretions, you then macerate it, and then you filter it, and then you centrifuge it, and then you have a band that has just those viruses, right? That's what everybody thinks they did. And then you tell people the steps, so some other lab could repeat the steps. That's how you do it in science. And then everybody says, yes, this thing that we have is pure SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus. That's what every human being understands by the word isolation. And that's what every doctor and human being thinks happened in this case, right? Except it didn't happen once.
The government in this country is captured by the pharmaceuticals. They're like this.
All this testing and screening, all this, PhDs, all the rest of it, it's a dragnet for generating markets for drug companies.
The alleged epidemic was caused by the spreading of the test.
We falsified the PCR test in a huge paper in December 2020. But the authorities have chosen not to ignore that.
There are contradictions. This is not true. This can't be true, knowing biology. This can't be true, knowing history. This can't be true, knowing where the concepts come from. And if looking into the details of virology, with this kind of information, you see the contradictions on your own.
Because this isn't about the science. COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2 is nothing to do with science. Otherwise, it would have all been debunked months ago.